guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Callie.
I'm Bean.
I'm Brittany.
With back to school coming up, and since none of us are really in school anymore, we decided to reread the very first Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and watch the movie and compare the two. So we each read the book in the past couple of weeks, and then we got together and watched the film. And then after we watch the film, we are going to discuss some issues we have with book to movie adaptations and some just general qualms we have.
We'll try not to rant, guys.
I promise nothing.
No promises will be made here.
So now that we have read and watched the movie, we have a list of things that
There's a list.
we have a list.
There's an actual list.
We're very meticulous.
Yeah.
I may or may not have been taking notes during the movie. Oops. So I guess, where do we want to start?
Let's start at the beginning. Well, it's easiest to start kind of chronologically with the movie.
Well, the beginning was different in the book.
It was. Well, how do we feel about that? Because what's the first line of the book? Everyone knows the first line
Yes.
of the first Harry Potter book.
Yes. I understand why they changed it from just being a humdrum day in the Dursleys' life to opening with Dumbledore.
As much as I understand that, I also feel like we didn't really... I don't want to say get to know the Dursleys. We didn't get to know the Dursleys, but we didn't understand how much they saw Harry as a disruption in their life.
I think that was well put
Like,
in later.
I suppose, yeah.
It's the idea that it's hard to get the perspective of what the book is written in when you're looking at the Dursleys, because that scene would have been really extravagant, and it would have been an opening where people are like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, book readers would have loved it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just taking your little kid that hasn't seen or like hasn't read the books, they wouldn't know what's going on. And so it would have been a lot of casting. It would have been a lot of special effects. It would have been a lot of money and time into a scene that some people wouldn't even understand.
And not as many would appreciate, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think opening with that whimsical man at the end making all the streetlights go out sort of gave it that what the trailer was promising to audiences is this is a magical book about a magical world hidden within our own world, and I think that was a solid opening to graze all audiences opposed to just book people.
True, you can't have a movie for every chapter.
No, unfortunate, but. So I think the next biggest thing that we talked about was actually, speaking of casting, is how good some of the casting was.
Yes.
And how things were still good. I don't think there was ever bad casting, just bad interpretations might have been. Cause like Hagrid. Hagrid, I think Robbie Coltrane did a great job being Hagrid. He just wasn't as I always imagined Hagrid as big and dumb. And he's very serious in the movie, opposed to, like, silly and oaf-ish.
I always felt in the books he was more of the comic relief, especially earlier on in the books.
Yeah.
And as it gets darker, he is the comic relief. Like, oh,
Hagrid can't pronounce things in the book.
that's true.
And he only does that, like, in the first movie-ish.
So going off of the serious note, one thing that is kind of missed is I take it as Hagrid's kind of aggressive in the books. You can kind of see that mostly when the first scene where he's entering the, like, that shack hideaway castle thing on the island. He gets really aggressive with the Dursleys, say, like, yelling and threatening. I mean, he does threaten them in the movie, but it's not as back and forth. Like, in the book, it's very aggressive and then pretty warm to Harry. But I preferred the movie interpretation, just because it was very, like, condensed, and we got the idea that, you know, he is serious, but he's not aggressive towards it. Like, he will defend Dumbledore to his dying breath, and he will protect Harry, and you can't say anything bad against his parents and all of that, and it's great. And I preferred it because in the book it was just like, okay, he's a little too aggressive.
So I guess based off of Hagrid, some of the perfect castings that we each had. McGonagall is definitely one of them.
If we're going with the first couple scenes of the movie.
Definitely the Golden Trio.
Yes.
They were perfect for their respective parts.
Draco Malfoy for sure. I thought that was perfect casting, especially as the character evolved in the later books and movies and things like that.
Tom Felton did Draco justice.
Oh,
He did.
Yes, he did.
Very much.
For this movie, Quirrell, I think, was really well done. We got that, like, stuttery, frightened of his own shadow character from the actor, and I really appreciated how he did end up portraying that fear in any scene he was in, even if he didn't have, like, lines to portray it.
Yeah. And kind of on the other hand, we only saw her once in the movie, but Molly Weasley just as soon you meet her once in this movie, and it's just like, that's Mom.
That's a motherly figure.
She is a mom.
Yep.
Of many children.
And of course, we can't talk about perfect casting without mentioning Alan Rickman as Snape, because he was handpicked, he was perfect. I don't think anyone disagrees with that out there, so we had to throw that in there.
Oh yeah, definitely Alan Rickman always gave me the shivers. So after we meet Hagrid, we obviously go to Diagon Alley to get all of the things, and this is a scene that we all kind of collectively thought could have been better. Because a lot of things happen in Diagon Alley. We meet Draco there for the first time, and I think that was a better representation than what happened in the movie, where it was just a quick thing on the stairs. I don't think we get his cruelty and thought process on Muggle-born kids fully in that not even 10-second scene on the stairs.
It seems almost more in the book where Draco also is, while he is more, I guess prejudiced would be the word, he's also almost friendly to a point to Harry, which he never really...
That was never really conveyed.
No, it's never shown as he tries to be friends. It almost seems more like he's trying to recruit Harry in the movie, which wasn't what he was originally like in the book. He was like, oh, we can be friends, or like, what's your surname, that kind of stuff. So he was almost friendly, and then it didn't work.
And I think going along the same lines, it's just we nitpick as book readers.
Yes.
And we can't get everything we want. And I think that's where the director and producer kind of came in and was just like, all right, we have to kind of condense this all. He has this monologue that it's short, but it's still a monologue that he says. We get bits and pieces just in the wrong scenery.
Yeah.
Because he says some things in Diagon Alley, he says some things on the train. Those things are clipped together and put on the stairs.
Yeah.
Instead of where they're respectively going to be. I also kind of liked, I'm kind of on the fence on both of these things. Like, I love the book, love the movie, so I feel like it's one of those things where I can kind of see it from both sides, just kind of how they had to interpret it, so we can make the book readers happy and make the moviegoers happy, and we kind of know who Draco is in the book, it would have been lost in translation, I think, if people went into it not knowing who this person is, in a way.
Maybe. But with directors and pleasing bookgoers and moviegoers, they decided to cut one of the best comedic reliefs in the entire series.
And all of
Peeves. Peeves the Poltergeist is such a minimal character, but such a great one.
and like important to the plot many times
true.
throughout the book.
Yeah.
That is true.
Not just the first book.
No.
Many of the
Many
books.
of the
Yes.
Yep.
Peeves is crucial to the actual storyline. Peeves is forever going to be the one thing I am angry about.
I'm
I
pretty
think so, yeah.
Yep.
I loved Peeves. He was just such like a tiny character that you could just throw.
Right.
It could be a nobody actor, just
Mm-hmm.
act like a doofus. Go!
Yeah.
Have fun.
And they can't even
Literally.
argue the whole CGI thing because we got the ghosts.
Yeah, we got the
So-
ghosts. We got a nice little ghost. We got a couple of ghosty moments.
Yes.
We did.
We did.
We did. We just didn't get Peeves.
We got nearly headless Snake.
We got the Grey Lady. We got the Bloody Baron. We got,
We
the Fat
the
Friar.
Yep.
And a bunch of others in that whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
But no Peeves. I wanted Peeves. I wanted Peeves, and I wanted more Quidditch.
Yes.
Because Quidditch is awesome and fun, and we got one game.
And let's be honest, our main character is a jock. Let's add some sports for him.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I understand, like, not wanting to add classes to a plot line. That's
Yeah.
boring to watch.
Yeah.
But Quidditch, I love the Quidditch
exciting.
scenes.
They were
They're fun. They're, like, they give you, like, something to root for. They're kind of a nice break from plot, so your mind can kind of wander while still enjoying the film, and I wanted more Quidditch.
It was a relief from all of the dark magic
And the
that
tension,
kept
yes.
showing up.
Yep.
And I don't know that we got that much, especially in the later movies.
Oh, yeah.
It was just gone.
Because this one, I think, did have the most Quidditch in it, but still not enough.
Yeah. Because
Never enough Quidditch.
Because we missed the second game where Snape is refereeing, and you kind of also see the dread and anxiety that Harry has with Snape and having the idea that, oh my god, this professor's trying to kill me.
It builds up that hatred
Yeah.
more.
It does.
It builds it up a lot for, like, future books and future confrontations, I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like it builds up the hatred that we would have for Snape, too. Not just
Yep.
the character, but
Yeah.
it rationalizes, oh, he's not an okay character.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
speaking of characters we'd like more of, can we go into Neville?
Neville
Yes.
deserved so much better in this movie.
He did.
Oh, Neville.
Because Neville's a part of most... I think, no, he's a part of all of their adventures.
He is.
He is.
Yep.
He's a part of every single adventure in this book, and they only give him that little redeeming moment at the end, where, I'll fight you.
That's it, and that's...
No, where he's there when they first run into Fluffy. He's there when they discover Norbert. He's there
there in
with
the-
detention, like...
Which actually sets up his character for the rest of the book series, and we missed that in the movies until book 7, basically.
Where we get Neville's redemption and glow up.
Literally.
It's crazy. And that's just one thing that I feel like we were missing a lot of was Neville's character, like,
In his development.
being there.
Because even, like, I think those other adventures built Neville up to confronting his peers. Because even then, like, Ron tells him, dude, fight for you, dude. Like, and that's one of the things that he rationalizes when he's telling the three to not go. He's like, you're the one who told me to stand up for myself. I'm standing up for this.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big integral moment, especially for an 11-year-old.
Exactly. So, kind of going back to how directors and producers have to make that decision when putting elements from books into movies, we're missing a couple of the puzzles in that protect the Sorcerer's Stone. We miss Snape's potions and the troll. Yeah. So we miss Snape's potions that we see Hermione's logic come in, where she's just like, you know, being a witch or wizard isn't everything in the world. We also have to kind of go back to being human and using our logic. We also don't see the troll either. In the book, we kind of just skim over it anyway, but it still would have been like a nice little, oh, there's the troll, and then kind of moving on.
It would have been another 5-second clip.
Exactly.
I think it would have been just like a nice little moment to show that there were other defenses
Yeah.
that Quirrell had to defeat. And it, because like we got Care of Magical Creatures, Herbology, Charms, and Transfiguration. We were missing, you know, potions and defense against the dark arts, which are two of the biggest subjects that they portray in the films.
Exactly.
So,
and one thing that I realized I wrote down when I was rereading it was that in the movie it makes it seem like it's all Dumbledore. You don't really get the idea that all of the professors are in on this, protecting the stone, because when I watched the movie for the first time, I didn't know the book, so it was like, oh, it's just all Dumbledore and a little bit of McGonagall and Snape obviously knows it because reasons, but in the book, you're actually getting the explanation, like, oh, actually all of these professors are in on it, protecting the stone to help protect it for Dumbledore, and you don't really get that necessarily explained in the movie as well, with missing the two others too.
Although I will say I do understand part of why they didn't put the potions in there, because it would be leaving behind an unconscious classmate. Let's not do that.
Well, it's also hard to convey, like, a thought process, because
Right.
Hermione just looks at it, reads it, and goes, okay, give me a minute,
Yeah, and
then figures it out. So I understand that it's hard to convey, but I still think that some form should have been done with potions.
Yes.
Going back to Dumbledore, can we talk about Dumbledore?
I guess, can we?
So, another casting similar to Robbie Coltrane. He was good. He's the best of the two Dumbledores. So, of the two Dumbledores, I think this one was the best. However, Dumbledore in the book is so much more goofy and silly, and we don't get that at all in any of the films. Like, he's always so just serious and dark and
Hiding something.
Whereas,
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, in all of the movies, he's just he's hiding something. I'm just gonna agree. In all of the movies, is what it is. Instead of him being not comic relief, but like
goofy. Like a goofy old man.
He is,
Which is what he is. He's a goofy old man.
I always pictured him as the grandfather.
Yeah.
And he was not in the movies.
No.
He was the headmaster.
He was more approachable, I think, in the books than in the movie. Like, book Dumbledore, I feel like as a student, I could have gone and talked to him. Book or movie Dumbledore, no. That guy's scary.
Yeah.
I think that one could have been better interpreted. I think that there was potential there had the actor not passed away after the second movie. Even then, I think just Dumbledore got more and more serious as time went on, and that's not who Dumbledore is supposed to be. So overall, I think we did all agree, though, that this movie was is the best book-to-movie adaptation of the entire series. It's the shortest book. It's the easiest one to do.
What they left out and what they condensed makes sense to us, for the most part.
Yes.
Yep.
There's a couple of things, obviously, like Peeves is really just a character they just left out. But other stuff that they tweaked and changed, I can see the reasoning behind. So in October, for Halloween, our Halloween video will be this one, but with the Chamber of Secrets. We will read and watch the movie for that, so look forward to that in October. But do look forward to, we are going to be doing the entire series, reading them all together and watching all the movies together. So look forward to that in the future. October 31st will be the next one for Chamber of Secrets, because it's got spiders and snakes and Halloween things.
All the spiders.
And be sure to comment below on your thoughts. I'm sure we missed something out there. People have different opinions, obviously. Feel free to let us know. We'd love to chat about it.
But feel free to like and comment and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
And feel free to hit the bell icon down below if you want to be notified whenever we post these videos.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Our individual handles and our joint account will be linked below, as well as our Goodreads accounts.
And we will see you guys in our next one.
Bye!